meditation can seem like a waste of time, especially when you're starting out and it feels like nothing is happening. You're just sitting there and you're trying to focus on your breath or doing some kind of mantra, whatever you're doing, but it just feels like nothing's happening, so you must be wasting your time, right? Well, I did think about that when I started out meditating, but that's a long time ago. And after that, I've spent 6 years living as a Buddhist monk, and at least 15,000 hours of that was meditation, walking or sitting at meditation centers. Not to count the time that I spent studying and actually living at these centers, which would make it, 6 years of my life doing that. And I've spent so much time after doing the same thing. So it's easy to believe, am I just wasting my time? Was all of that, like, what is it for? I don't have any superpowers. I've somehow been able to get burnt out because of physical conditions. And I'm not ultra rich. I don't have a huge group of followers who think I'm amazing. I have a group of followers who have a really good community that I enjoy communicating with. But I don't have the classical thing that people think, okay, this is what you get from meditation. And I think that's inherently because my beliefs about why we meditate might not be what most people come into meditation with. So we often, or many people who start meditating, they do it because they want to become more productive, or they want to be more focused. They have some health issues that they want to overcome, or they actually the most common thing is that we suffer mentally somehow. Depression, burnout. We just don't feel good being us, and so we do meditation to help that. There are also a lot of people who actually meditate because it's trendy. It's kind of cool. It's like you go to the gym to do yoga because that's kind of what you're supposed to do nowadays. And meditation has become like that for many people. I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. I'd rather have people do that than go and do other crazy stuff. So there's good from it. But whether it's a waste of time depends on what you want out from it. And especially if you have someone like me who spent such a large part of my life. I started when I was, 2008 I left. And I was ordained in, 2007 I left. And I think it was ordained 2009. Yes, must have been. So 9, that's 11, 16 years ago. And in my life for those 16 years, I was 31 when I left. I'm 47 now. So my life for those 16 years has been focused around practice, about understanding my mind. And like I said, I have not become hyper-productive in any way, shape, or form. But there is something else that I have become, and something else it has given me. So people often, as I said, get into it because they want to produce more and they want to be more focused, or they can get better at their work, which meditation that's not why people meditated in the old days. Meditation is a way to overcome the sense of self, to overcome this feeling of I am here, which is inherently a difficult and painful process to do, something most Westerners, in the beginning at least, that's not what they're after. When they progress, then yeah, sure, so many people do that. Instead, why I meditate, and if you want to hear my life story about that, you can check out the video of why I became a Buddhist monk, is because I didn't understand what to do with my life, and I didn't understand how to fully enjoy being alive. I thought I needed to find my life purpose, or to find some kind of higher meaning with my life so that I would feel fulfilled of being alive. In other words, I wanted to enjoy my life and not my life story. I wanted to enjoy being here. I wanted to be able to sit down and just say, oh, it's nice being here. Not sit down and feel, I wonder what I should do to do the next thing. This constant feeling of I need to do things. Now that's still there, it hasn't disappeared, but my ability to enjoy being with my family, being with my partner, making love, just being alive and having meaningful, I'm careful with saying conversations, because when I do that, you have the spiritual people who just go into, and the only thing they can discuss is what's your deepest, darkest secrets, and where are you from, and like all these really intensive topics, but they're not able to just be with someone. Being able to be with a child and just kind of hang out with them is a great test to see if you're actually able to enjoy your life experience and not just your life story, because a child, they're just there. They're just present. They just enjoy playing. They just enjoy your attention when you're there. So from the perspective of becoming more successful, if I would have stayed when I was 31 and focused on my career, I very likely would have been much more successful than I am now. I mean, it's difficult not to be. Compared to my friends who, some of them have stayed and become like really successful, some of them. And I'm very happy to see my friends who actually succeed in their lives and have created all these, some have started companies, some are doing what they love doing from like the perspective of running a company, or just being in a company doing, not just, but being in a company doing what they believe in, or some are psychologists, something I would have loved to be. And compared to that, then yes, I did waste my time meditating, and you might be doing that too, because you're sitting there and nothing seems to happen. You're expecting something to come out of it that you can say, "Ooh, this happened now." But if you look at it from a bigger perspective of how able are you to just sit still and be okay with just sitting still? How able are you to just, like I said, sit with a child, not do a game with a child, but just be with a child. Just listen to them, see what they want to do, and just be there. It's something that we have a hard time doing. From that perspective, it has most definitely not been a waste of my time. And it's not a waste of your time. From the perspective of, are you enjoying your life? The meditation is not a waste of time. If you come into meditation from the perspective, I want to become successful, I want to gain all these things, even, and I include in that gain communicating with higher levels of existence and gaining powers. I never get into discussions like that. I have never seen anything that's outwardly or can't be explained by common means. I mean, there are things that are difficult to explain, and people who can feel things, but that's not the same as when people want to be able to fly or talk to the dead or things like that. Yeah, you can do what you want with that. I'm just saying, for me, it's a waste of time to focus on those things when you can focus on enjoying being alive. Because the reason you want to be able to have those powers, the reason you want to be successful is because you want to enjoy being alive. It's really what it all comes down to, is you want to enjoy your life experience, not your life story. But we focus so much on our life story, or we focus on what we believe we should have from our life. So instead of improving our life story, the things we have, the things we do, our ability to do things, we say, oh, actually, it's my beliefs of what I need from life. I should just need less. I should give it all away. I should follow these commandments. I should follow these precepts or whatever. And then we believe that by balancing these two, we can get rid of the friction here in between. So if you're into meditation and if you feel that you're just wasting your time, just give it time. You will feel the difference. And there are ways that are more or less productive from the perspective of actually enjoying your life. Now, there are also some ways that meditation can make you feel worse, and that can leap from the opposite of enjoying life. And I have made a video here where you can see more about that and understand some of the challenges that you will face when you do more intensive practice, and what to do to avoid falling into those trips, so you can actually enjoy being alive more by meditating.